Alright, what's going on, YouTube family, my subscribers, friends, and people just stopping by. Once again, on here want to share some more information, and since I got more free time to share, I figured, hey, let me go ahead, throw it out there. Okay, this video here is talking about how America is at the mercy of China. Now, I remember in the Middle East, they showed on CNN, a couple of news stations, how some of the Easterners had made the statement that soon America will wake the sleeping beast. The sleeping beast. Soon America will awake the sleeping beast. And the sleeping beast is really the sleeping dragon. You heard the saying, unleash the dragon, not just with Cisco, the R&B singer, or with Bruce Lee. But unleashing the dragon is actually going to war with China. That's the sleeping dragon. China is the sleeping dragon. So by America owing debt, a lot of debt to China, that's how America is at the mercy of China. And if the Chinese president declares to go to war, automatically Russia is going to join forces with China because they're like partners. They're like brothers, very, very close. So since that being said, that's why America, like I said, is at the mercy of China, because all is down to one man. Even though the Iranian president is America's greatest enemy right now, uh, America's greatest ally should be America's greatest enemy. The greatest enemy of all would be America's ally, which is China. So since China, is struggling a little bit with the economy, they trying to get their infrastructure going on because of the earthquake that happened over there. They depended on a payback of America, the money that's owed to China, so they can rebuild China. So by America not being able to pay back China, that's going to, of course, tick off the Chinese president, and he going to want to declare war. He's like, hey, pay us, or we gonna have to take something, or confiscate, extract, whatever. And of course, the history of this country is known not to let anybody try to run over them, or bully them or whatnot. America's known to be the bully instead of being bullied, being a victim. So that's how America is at the mercy of China. Now, not going, too in depth this video, just a quick brief one. But yeah, I just wanted to share that as well, something to look out for. Happy New Year, by the way, to many of you all. And this is the year of fear for quite a few people. It's going to be a lot of believers. So you atheists and agnostics, this year is going to be the year of belief. Maybe not for all of you. Some of you still going to harden your hearts, and you're going to try to deny the things that you're about to witness, and you're going to try to make it some type of coincidence or whatnot, but you're finna see the reality this year. But yeah, so folks, keep that in mind. Also, the other thing I wanted to share was about the chip. Okay, you've been watching on YouTube and other places about the RFID chip. Well, the RFID chip exists, but it's already being used amongst us, and it's not used directly in us. And that chip is the chip that produces GPS, Global Positioning System. So the GPS, you see it in cell phones, you see it in cars with the OnStar. GPS, I see a commercial where they're now putting it in dog collars, or pet collars, where you can put it in the collar of a pet and track your pet, which is a clever idea, don't get me wrong. Instead of a person putting up missing signs, just put it around your dog. Wherever dog get, track them down. So by GPS, in cell phones, cars, and pet collars, GPS becoming extremely popular. It is extremely handy, but also extremely popular. It might get to the point where that same chip that's placed in cell phones, the same chip that's placed in OnStar on vehicles, and the same chip that's placed in pet collars will be placed in us. And of course, they figure, hey, it'll make it a lot easier to keep up with information. People that's convicts and criminals escaping out of the country, and yeah, so it's definitely gonna get down to that pretty soon. I can assure you, especially since with the stock market crashing, if you remember in the scripture in Revelation, it says about the mark of the beast, nobody will be able to buy or sell without it. It says buy or sell without it. Now let me put some on y'all mind right quick. When the people at Wall Street, what do you see them mostly doing? Buying and selling. Buying and selling. That's all they do. Buy and sell. Buy and sell. They buying and selling stock. So buying and selling is going to get to the point where, debit cards, pay cards, and all this stuff, where they're going to completely eliminate paper money, paperback money. They're going to eliminate coins. They might they might just narrow coins down in like gold bars and silver, but it's going to be eliminated, and it's going to boil down to everything being on a chip instead of paperwork. Because people doing paperwork and trying to keep up with a stack of paperwork. So the tree huggers, the environmentalists, arguing and making a point about cutting down trees for just miscellaneous items. So by them saying, the environmentalists, nicknamed tree huggers, making an argument about cutting down trees or whatnot, that right there is why it's going to lead to money being paperless, because a whole lot of tree being chopped down to make a whole lot of moolah. And you also got people smoking trees, but that's another topic. But anywho, so just, pretty much getting out there in a bundle. But yeah, just main thing, like I said, the sleeping dragon, China, about the chip, GPS, the same chip, and all these other devices going to end up being in our flesh, and of course it's going to make it a lot easier to track us down, keep information about us, because people lose their social security cards, birth certificates, etc., etc. So if the information is put all on a chip that's on the inside of us, then we won't worry about losing our social security card, our visas or passports, and and I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that how it's gonna come to that, because even as you listen to me now break it down, you might say, man, it is convenient though. Your driver's license number, social security number, all your bank statements, everything all boiled down on this chip, and you ain't got to go rambling through paperwork or go in your suitcases or under your mattresses or wherever trying to find old paperwork when it all be on a chip. And as you can see, our computers have major microprocessors that can store, a whole lot of data. So by them being able to store a whole lot of data, if you look at the size of a laptop, that's able to store a lot of data. So looking at that, them thinking, if you can store a whole lot of data on a floppy disk, or a whole lot of data on a RAM card, or a SIM card, or a SD card, like in the side of a cell phone. I don't have my phone near me, but those little memory cards, right? Memory cards, that's pretty much what they is. The other initials are just fancy names for them. But if you can store a lot of information on a memory card, if you can store over 1,000 songs on a little tiny small iPad, then, or an MP3 player, but same thing, then it's going to get to the point, if we can store all this information and data with songs on computer devices and music devices, then we can use that same technology to store the information of human beings with chips. Now, of course, people pull up your social security number, and you can pull up some of everything about you that requires a social security number, but not every single thing. Not everything. So, yeah, chip, It's going to eventually come around to the chip. So, leave it at that. Like I said, just wanted to share that real quick. And, of course, as always, keep y'all posted. And, there's that. So, be on your guard, be on your P's and Q's in this upcoming year. It's going to be a whole lot of stuff that hit you and catch you off guard that you did not expect at all. So get ready for that. Definitely get ready for that. And, I'm just keeping you updated on prophecy and whatnot. And like I said, when Obama get rid of the wins, or when they see that he up in the polls and things shifting in his favor, somebody go with their Winchester or whatnot, and they're going to try it, folks. They definitely going to try it. And like I said, the timing is so similar as well. If you look at the timing, it was a lot of protesting and riots going on when Martin Luther King was participating in the protest, and he was participating in those rallies of, equality amongst blacks and whites. And then he ended up getting assassinated while protests was already going on. And then the protesters automatically turned into riots. So, it's like the timing is like representing itself again, with a lot of protesting going on in this country. And you got a whole lot of hatred toward Obama. Nobody wanted him to get reelected. And, he is somebody end up, trying to pull the trigger. And then next thing you know, it's Martin Luther King. It was 1965 all over again. Yeah, bombing DC and, breaking in stores and all that other stuff. So, yeah, it's coming. But I'm trying to make sure I got everything out before I sign off here. And that's pretty much it. So, keep in mind, keep in mind. Peace be unto you all, as always, and Christ for life.